Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and this is a reading for the energy of Leo. So for this series I've been using the Baroque Tarot by Lamucci. This is Anatorian's deck, Tarot of the Abyss, and this is the Lantern Oracle by Angelina Mirabito. So, do I want to do this one first? I don't really know. Let's, I guess, do it first because that's what I've been doing. I've been doing the Oracle card first. All right, so if this reading is not resonating with you, you can try any of your other placements. However, I do feel that we have all of the zodiacal energies within ourselves by way of the house system. So maybe it just might not be your time to receive this message. So what I would suggest is to go through the videos list and find a title that resonates with you that might fit the situation that you're in. Not every Leo is going to be going through the exact same thing at the exact same time. So, all right. With that being said, Leo, let's draw your Oracle card. Radical self-acceptance. Oh, wow. Look at that. What a nice card. And that is so true about radical self-acceptance. Let's make sure we can focus on this. There we go. Yes, I can imagine having to go through a surgery that changes your appearance, and then you're no longer, looking like quote unquote everyone else. Let's put this over here while I read this. So this is card number 29, which would be in the Crone's message. This oracle is set up in a way that set up in 4 different phases. We've got the maiden, the mother, the guardian, and the crone. And in the crone's message, let's see. The crone is all about fire and alchemy, acceptance, integration, reconciliation, and wisdom. Right? Everything that you gather in your... Oh, this might not be crone. It is not. Because the crone starts in 34. So it is probably mother, right? It's guardian. Oh my gosh, I'm just backwards here. Not backwards, just behind, I guess you could say. So in the guardian, it's the midlife. Guardian is air and insight, empowerment, selfhood, authority, meaning, composure, gifts of renewal, and insight. The crowning authority of self-awareness and confidence is accessed through the guardian's mature golden orange consciousness. The guardian is solid and self-assured in her understanding of how she, others, and the world works. She sees and understands the way the wheels spin and without judgment. And she appreciates the value in what exists as it is. Wow. She is so abundant and grounded in herself that she can give, protect, and guide others. She lives by example and not conjecture alone. The guardian knows her golden line in the sand and what it's worth. She treats others in the community with the honor and benevolence she affords herself. Oh, that is great. Okay, so the relationship you have with yourself informs how you relate to others. The way you see yourself affects how you perceive others and assume how they perceive. Hold on. Let me just start that over. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause the video really quick and just get a little bit more tea. My throat is pretty dry. My son's girlfriend has COVID, and so she's of course been around us, and I think I might be catching that. However, I am combating it with some vitamin C, some vitamin D, and zinc, my own little concoction of vitamins, but I'm still experiencing a little bit of symptoms. So I'm going to pause really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Had to get the tea. I'm sure green tea is not the tea to be drinking when you've got a little bit of an invader, but I don't have any echinacea tea, and this warmth, I love green tea first of all. Oh gosh. I just put that on my my bed, my footboard, and it's varnished. So now I am cleaning it off. Okay. All right. Yes, so the green tea that I have, I love to drink, and so I'm drinking it. I would be drinking echinacea tea if I had it. I just haven't. They stopped selling it at my HEB, which is strange. They have the throat coat though, but the throat coat is way too sweet for me on its own. And my throat isn't really as scratchy. That's a recommendation. If you do have a cough, great for children because it's sweet. If there's a coughed and itchy throat or an unsettled throat, the throat coat by Traditional Medicinals is a great tea to have. It really calms down the throat. It helps the coughing. So yes, there is my little bit of helpful information. All right, so here we have radical self-acceptance. Did I read this? I don't think I finished. All right, let's go. So I'm just going to start this over again. Okay, you are perceived the way you perceive yourself. The relationship you have with yourself informs how you relate to others. The way you see yourself affects how you perceive others and assume how they see you. The expectations you place on yourself are reflected in the disappointments you experience from and the judgment. I've noticed in this book, I think it might have been translated to English because sometimes these sentences don't make sense. I mean, this is just the expectations you place on yourself are reflected in the disappointments you experience from and the judgment you make upon others. So the expectations you place on yourself show in the disappointments you experience. I guess how you show your disappointment and the judgment you make upon others. We only accept the best part of ourselves. We mirror such conditional acceptance toward others and the world. Drawing this card calls for a time of deep reflection. List all of the things about yourself that you have ever wished to change. What was it about yourself that you were rejecting and why? Where did that story come from that suggested something about you was wrong, not good enough, or needed to change? Whose belief was that before it was yours? As you meditate on these answers to these questions, is it negative and oppressive energy that comes up for you? If so, that is okay. Breathe. When you are ready, proceed with the following writing prompts. Write any and all of the negative and oppressive energy that comes up for you, out of you. Take a moment to reflect on all that you are now, how far you've come, and all that you have achieved. Write down all the things you value about yourself. Make a note of any aspect of yourself that you still struggle to accept. Every quality has more than one purpose. How have the previous negative, unwanted qualities helped you to survive or serve you in some way? Return to your notes on the parts of yourself that still make you uncomfortable, feel inadequate, or feel ashamed, and identify their worth. When ready, jot down your discoveries on how helpful these shadow parts have been. Write a letter of gratitude to your shadow parts, letting them know you appreciate how they've served you and stood by you the only way they know how. Then take them into your heart as they are and celebrate them. As you do this, notice whether any powerful or positive energy comes up for you. If so, good. Breathe deeply into it. Allow all of the positive, compassionate, and loving energy to marinate through every atom of your body. To complete the healing process, make it a daily habit to give attention to all that you are opposed to what you are not. To complete the healing process, make it a daily habit to give attention to all that you are, oh, there should be a comma, as opposed to what you are not. The power of positive self-regard will propel you ever forward and dissolve the density of negativity. Deliberately do this until it becomes natural to live each day from a place of radical self-acceptance, value, and appreciation. When we radically accept ourselves, we become luminous. When we force ourselves into shapes, roles, and pursuits that are not authentic, we compromise our true potential and radiance. The Guardian encourages you to accept yourself totally, to unconditionally open to your full potential. Live your bliss. Your light will illuminate how beautiful life is. Guardian's message: you accept, judge, and connect with others to the extent that you accept, regard, and connect with yourself. So basically, you're like a mirror, right? You are the way that you treat yourself, the way that you love yourself, the way that you see yourself is the way you're going to see others. Wow, that tea looks really dark. You know, it is a bit strong. I think I might have put too many scoops in. Okay. All right, Leo, that is a very strong message. And I think that is an important message for you as well, because Leos are so forward in how they present themselves. And I can see maybe like a negative part of the energy of Leo would be to present yourself falsely, or present yourself in a way that you're trying to appease or fit in, the way that you feel others would want to see you. That would be a way that you could be protruding your energy. I hope my voice isn't too distracting. I always hear people on YouTube channels apologizing for their voice. It never sounds too bad to me, but I always wonder if that's like not a thing to be doing, you know, not making videos when your voice isn't normal. I don't know. I don't really know too much about YouTube etiquette and, you know, how it all works. And, as a matter of fact, I was thinking earlier today that since I don't use CapCut anymore to like edit my videos or whatever and add an intro, outro, or the fadeaway, the upload time onto YouTube is so much faster. I mean, it's amazing. It's like exponentially faster. So I don't know what CapCut was doing, but I think I changed it to like 4K recording, and I did a test run, and I tried to see which was better, if you could tell a difference, and I couldn't really tell a difference. And I don't know if it's because my recording software maybe isn't 4K. I'm not sure if it is. I know it's 60 FPS. I know that much. Not my recording software, my camera. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead with your reading, Leo. Let's see what we have to find out about this radical self-acceptance. Oh, 5 of Cups. High Priestess. And the 4 of Cups in reverse. Wow. Water energy. So So perhaps you are feeling a little down on yourself, and this is really a time to look inward. There might be something about yourself that you're not particularly happy with. We're constantly being judged by others, and people expressing their judgments. But I've come to realize in the many books that I've read about human history and the evolution of our species, and in psychology books, it seems to me that the humans are just naturally, inherently judgmental. We are the only one of our species, right? There's not another humanoid on this planet. And I think it's because way back when we were so judgmental about others, and we didn't like anybody who was slightly different from us. The, Neanderthals, the Denisovans, any of those, I guess, race of people, we sort of exterminated them, or maybe assimilated them, and it's because we're so, I feel it's because we're so just judgmental. We're so not wanting anything to be different. We want everything to be uniform and the same and constant, and we have this aversion to change or difference. And it's what's made us such a successful species. We're at the top of the food chain. We're so advanced in many ways. And so it's really brought us to where we are now, being that way, being judgmental, and not allowing there to be very much of a shift from the norm. So it's okay to be judgmental. It's okay to be hard on yourself. But I think the thing that comes with age, I remember as a young lady, I hated everything about myself. I was skinny, dark hair, dark skin, straight hair, excuse me. All of that, I did not like it. But as I got older, I grew to accept that about myself. And also, I'm very petite and short. I think I'm 5 foot even. But I grew to either find that was beautiful, or that I just accepted it, because now I could give two shits about my height. I don't really care. I love that my hair is straight. I love my dark skin. I like my petite frame. So I think it just kind of comes with age and wisdom and experience to be able to radically accept yourself. And it's one of those things that as you get older, your body starts to fall apart. We're not that spring chicken anymore, right? But what comes with to counteract that is that we don't care anymore. We don't care that that we're not 5'9", or we don't care that we don't have the curly hair. We find a comfort within ourselves, we accept ourselves, and I think it could be for some maybe a lifelong journey to be able to accept who you are, to be able to really appreciate your special talents, and really to be able to notice them and to know what they are, because we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. What does the neighbor have? Why does the neighbor have a pool and I don't? That's not fair. Of course it would be nice, but we probably, if we really wanted the pool, we could probably forego something and maybe have a pool. So it's really all about how we look at ourselves. And if we can get to the point where we can just accept us for who we are, what we have, I know we would be a lot happier. And so what I see going on right now with you, Leo, in regards to this radical self-acceptance, is that you're kind of down on yourself. You're a bit sad. Perhaps you're comparing yourself to others. Perhaps you thought that you were going to be further along in your career. Perhaps you thought your kids were going to be more obedient. Whatever it is, you're experiencing some sort of disappointment. And I have an incense going in the background, and I had to put it out because it's irritating my throat. So there's something that you aren't quite happy about yourself, and then this is a call for you to really go down deep, go inwards, understand who you are, and do those prompts. Those writing prompts. I'm going to flash it onto the screen. And perhaps this can help. Just do a pause and maybe, and perhaps these prompts can help you really understand who you are and be more accepting of yourself. Okay? I really feel that writing is a great way to get all of your feelings out, take it down, put it in. It helps the processing, I feel, because not only are you thinking it, but you're actually bringing it out of the mental sphere and putting it here in the physical, something that you can see, look at, you can come back to, see if you've made any progress. And so I think writing is very therapeutic. Not only because many people recommend it, doing journaling and all of that stuff, but I know from experience, it's always helpful for me to just write things down. Even with my schedule, I have a schedule on my phone, which is great because I get reminders, but I need to actually tactilely, I don't know if that's a word, write it down, get it on paper, and see it. And if I have my calendar around, my journal around, as opposed to going to my phone, I'll go to my journal and flip through the day to look and to see what my day is like. I have that option on my phone, but I gravitate towards the writing. And that's the work of the high priestess. I think the high priestess here is going to help you pull those things up and understand where these insecurities come from, where you feel your shortcomings are. And then you can really look at them and say, is this a real shortcoming? Is it a shortfall of mine that my hair's not curly? No. I mean, you might be different from your friends, of course, but, that's another thing that's valued, I think, is you don't want to, sometimes people want to be like others, and sometimes they want to veer off the beaten path. And it's kind of hard to know. Do you want to always do what everyone else is doing? Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. Sometimes you want to be different. What if everybody had the exact same car? That would be really boring. There would be no self-expression that way. So the high priestess is calling you to find that happy medium, right? Find that middle of the road where you're not so different from others that you're, shunned, because we do live in a society where you do have to conform in a way, but we also have to honor ourselves and know that we can't all be these bots, we can't all be the same. That would make for a really boring world. And that would be denying our true selves if we were always conforming. And and we have to take those differences that we have and learn to use them as tools. If we can appreciate our difference and really like our difference, others will appreciate it too. So just think about all the hobbies and things that are on, for instance, YouTube. Somebody who is different and has a different hobby that is showing something, people will gravitate towards that channel because it's new, it's different, it's exciting. It's not the same ho-hum that's being presented. So the High Priestess here is calling you to find out what those differences are and to embrace them, to accept them, and find a place in the middle. Find a place where you are conforming a little bit, but find a place where you are able to shine and to express your differences and love those about yourself. Get excited about those, because not only do I think others are going to gravitate towards that, they're going to be excited and want to learn about it, but I can guarantee you that there's a community of people that are doing, feeling, looking, that are the same way, right? And so what we have here with this Four of Cups, I think this is what is instituting the change. Like, there's a sadness here, but you are feeling that this is no longer going to be your status quo. It's time for you to make a change, to start doing something different. And the High Priestess here is going to help you. And I feel getting your thoughts on paper, I think, is really going to help. I mean, and if you're more of a technological person, you can certainly use the computer and just get something out of your mind and into a tangible something that you can look at. Make it all pretty with all the fonts and the different colors, print it out, put it in a notebook. I, of course, as I've said, I like to write. I've got tons of pens, lots of different papers, lots of different books, notebooks to write in. All right, Leo, let's break this message down a little bit more. We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Fool. We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Wands, right? And then we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so this Five of Swords is, I think it's not an alternate. The Three of Swords is the alternate, and then we have a Ten of Swords alternate as well. So it's not this Five of Swords. Anatorian gave us two alternate cards in this deck. And I love both of them, and I keep both of them in my deck. So I actually have two Ten of Swords and two Three of Swords in here. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we've got two major arcana here. We've got the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm seeing here, with our Five of Cups, this sadness that we have, this melancholy feeling, it's looking to me like this is not really who you are. And I think you've kind of been wallowing, not so much wallowing, but you've been staying in this energy just a little too long. And it's a place of, it's not serving you. We've got this Nine of Wands here that, he's tired. He's been at this game for a while. He's hurt, and he's actually ready to let this go. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which in reverse, and I feel like you've just kind of been spending just a little bit too much time in this energy. You've been here longer than you're welcome, I guess you could say, and it's really time for you to get out. I'm actually surprised that we don't have the Fool in reverse over here, but I think that you're kind of approaching staying in this energy in a way that not that you feel that it's good for you, but no, not even that it's deserving. You're in this energy kind of not really knowing that you're there, or even that you can come out of it. I feel that you're not purposely staying in this sad energy. It seems like you don't really know that there's an alternative, right? And I think that if you can just be this fool and face the other way, I think that you're going to find solace in doing the deep work that is needed. It is going to be a little difficult. We do have the Five of Pentacles here, but with our Three of Pentacles right next to it, I feel that you might be able to find some assistance, some support in others. If you do these writing exercises, Leo, and you find what it is that is keeping you sad, and you find what it is that those things that you can appreciate yourself, I think you're going to find your tribe. I think you're going to find a group of people who can help pull you out of this. We do have the Five of Swords here. And I feel like this just might be a mental game for you as well. There is a lot of feeling attached to all of this, but it's going to be sort of a mental marathon, if you will, triathlon. It's going to be you working with your emotions, working with your thoughts, working with your thought patterns. It's going to be you asking others for help so that you can get pulled out of this, okay? And really understand who you are and love yourself for who you are. And once you love yourself, like this card said, others are going to love you too. They're going to be able to appreciate you. And I really do like that we have the Ace of Wands here. We also have the Knight of Wands. So this is fire of fire, and this is like the essence of fire. Okay, you're ready to move on. You are ready to put in the work that is necessary. With our Ten of Swords being in reverse, I do feel that there is going to be some tough times, so to say, but you're going to persevere. It's not so, I guess it's going to be like that time when you're working with your shadow and, doing the shadow work, and you're like, oh my God, is this ever going to end? And when am I going to get there? And it's going to be that type of energy. But anytime we make radical changes, it's not going to be instantaneous. It's not going to be like, okay, I'm healed. This is it. It's going to be slow going, but you're going to be able to see your progress in little bits of ways. And so that's what I see happening for you. I do see that there is some sadness, there is some strife that's going on, and I do see a difficult journey, but changing mental and emotional patterns that have been put there, that you have been working with, dealing with for pretty much your entire lifetime, it is not an easy thing to change. And so that's why this is going to be so difficult, is because it's been there so long. It's where, quote unquote, you're comfortable, but but it's not the place that's really comfortable. It's a place where you're uncomfortable. You're sad being here. And what needs to happen is there needs to be a radical change, right? And in order to institute a radical change and make it stick, there's going to be some uphill walking. But uphill walking is not bad because you work out your glutes. So there's a silver lining. All right. Okay, Leo, so that's what I have for you. This was a pretty deep message. If you have any questions, let me know. If you know anybody who can benefit from this reading, share the video. And just remember, just because someone doesn't identify as a Leo, we all have Leo in our charts, and Leos and everybody, other zodiacal signs are all going through different things at different times. So anybody really can benefit from this. All right, you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next reading. Take care.